Hi there, students. Vane, Vane, and Vane. They all sound exactly the same. Okay, so firstly, Vane, V-A-I-N. Vain. This is an adjective. If a person is vain, they're terribly proud of themselves. Yeah, they're too proud. Or they're always worried about their appearance. Or they have a very high opinion of themselves, of their own accomplishments, not with a great deal of reason. So he's terribly vain. Yeah, he's vain about his appearance. Yeah, he's very vain about himself. Now, also vain, V-A-I-N, can mean worthless, without value. Yeah, having no real substance. So he tried, but in vain, with no effect. Yeah, he made a vain attempt, a futile attempt. Yeah, with no positive result. Okay, so vain, unsuccessful, of no value. Yeah, he had the vain hope that things would get better. Yeah. It was vain to think that he was going to win this without any problems. So in vain, not producing the desired result, unsuccessful. Vain and proud, I'm the best. Don't be so vain. Don't be such a vain person. He was vain about his clothes. Yeah. And then he did this in vain. This was unsuccessful. A vain attempt to avoid his obligations. Yeah, his efforts were in vain. So all of that, V-A-I-N. 5.5 informality. Okay, vein, V-E-I-N. Okay, a vein. This is a tube that carries blood down your arm. You can see the veins. Yeah. So the veins in your body are very important. Or if you turn a leaf over, you can see the veins in the back of the leaf. Or in the wing of an insect, you can see the veins, and the veins carry the blood. Yeah, he cut the vein, and you could hear him. You could see the blood coming out of the vein. Let's see. You could, if you've got a rock and it's got cracks with something else in it, then these are veins. So the pink marble had ochre veins in it, so they look like the veins of a leaf or the veins on your body, or a vein of a mineral. Yeah, there was a layer of substance, a vein of iron ore within the rocks that they mined. Okay, vein. Okay, a particular characteristic or a particular quality. So he always has a sarcastic vein in his work. Yeah, there is always a vein of national pride running through the people in this district. He was in a romantic vein and made a romantic candlelit dinner for two. Okay, so a mood, a style, or a temporary mood. Yeah. in the same vein, in the same style, in the same thing. So we were talking about sports, but in the same vein, there's I'm playing a match this weekend. Okay, so talking about the same thing. Sorry. We ought to think about this in a more serious vein. Okay, so the vein, it's a tube that carries blood around the body. Yeah, a layer of something inside a rock, in the cracks of rocks. Yeah, a vein of bauxite, a vein, a style or a temporary mood. Yeah, she only wrote stories in a romantic vein. Yeah, he was in a very somber vein today. Okay, so Vane. And then finally, V-A-N-E. Okay, sorry, the Vane, V-E-I-N. 5 in formality. Use it just about anywhere. And then Vane, V-A-N-E. This one's the easiest. Okay, this is like a fin on a wheel. So, for example, yeah, a propeller. It has various different vanes. The bit sticking out is the vane, or a turbine that you put steam through it. It has these little fins going round it, and these are the vanes, but V-A-N-E, of the flat, narrow part of a fan, of a propeller. Yeah, and this is what makes it turn, because the wind blows against it. You could have a weather vane to show you the direction of the wind, but okay, so this is I think a much more technical engineering word. Yeah, the blade of a wheel that's moved by steam or wind. Okay, so 5 in formality, and I think this one you use anywhere, but it's a rarer word. Okay, so V-A-I-N, Vane. 5.5 in formality. He's so vain. He's so proud of himself. I'm so wonderful. He did it in vain, with no success. A vain attempt. Of no value. Yeah, worthless. And then the origin of that comes from vanus in Latin, empty. Okay, V-E-I-N, the vein where the blood runs through your body, the veins of a leaf, in the same vein, with the same idea, with in the same way. A vein or veined marble. Yeah, there were veins in the marble. 5.5 in formality, maybe 5. Use anywhere. And then this comes from Latin again, vena, meaning a blood vessel or a vein or an artery. And then finally, a vein, a fin on a propeller. Yeah. More engineering, but it's technical. 5 in formality, use anywhere again. From Proto-Germanic, fano, which I think talks about a flag, yeah, or a banner. So the flat thing, I guess. So enough. Vane, vein and vein. They sound the same. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Vane, vein, vein.